Hello guys, welcome to today's video, and for today I have something very special for you guys. This is the Dean Razorback V in two-tone silver is what I believe Dean calls this finish, and oh my god, it's a beautiful guitar. Growing up, this was definitely one of my dream guitars, but as a teenager I was a little bit poor, so I couldn't afford one of these guitars. But now that I'm documenting and selling this guitar, it's been a boyhood wish come true. It's crazy. Right, so let's get right into this guitar. So the back of this guitar, nothing too spectacular going on. It's got Grover tuners, which hold tune very well. The finish that's in the front, the two-tone silver finish, is not in the back, but it's honestly not a big deal. Like, who looks at the back of the guitar as a deciding factor as to if the guitar should be bought by an individual or anything? But the back of the neck is finished, which can make it can make your hand feel sticky if you play with it after a while. It's not a big deal if you get used to it, but if you're not used to it, it'll definitely like hold you back in a way because you'll be too distracted by how sticky your hand is. The fretwork and the inlay work on this guitar is really good. Consider that this guitar was made in 2007, and I don't know if you guys can see, but the frets do have a little bit of yellowing, but it's something that can easily be polished off. The bridge pickup is a signature Dimebag, which sounds really good as to be expected because it's Dimebag signature pickup and all. And the neck pickup is I believe a Dime Time neck Dean pickup, which is nothing spectacular, but it sounds good. This bridge is the weirdest bridge I've ever owned. It's Dean's take on the Floyd Rose, but the whammy bar screws in and it just looks so funky. Before I bought this guitar, I had to look it up just to make sure it wasn't a counterfeit Floyd that they put on this guitar. But no, from what I saw, all the Razorbacks before 2010 had this Floyd. It's strange. Also, the neck pickup has a weird tape on both ends there. I don't know if you guys can see. I have no idea what the purpose of this is. If any of you guys know out there, please let me know. I've been really curious about that because now that I saw it on this guitar, I've noticed it in all the other Razorbacks. Okay, so I'm being nitpicky here, but look at the finish. It's so good, and then you get to this part. And it's weird because it looks like before they put the last coat of lacquer, somebody took a marker and then they just kind of like try to emphasize on the bevels there on the very edge. But it kind of looks like it would have looked better if they hadn't done that. And but I'm just being nitpicky. You can see this on the bottom of the guitar as well. And it's nothing too noticeable, nothing that'll, not a deal breaker, let's say that. But check this out. It's weird. Like, you would expect that to, or something like that, to be in the headstock, which you would think is the trickiest part of the guitar to paint because there's so many twists and turns there. But the headstock is freaking perfect. And wow, like, I don't know how they did it so well on the headstock. So here's another shot of the back of the guitar. Again, the back of the neck is finished, which can make your hand feel sticky when you play, but it's honestly not a big deal. It's something you can easily get used to. But yeah, it does take like at least a few days of playing to basically overlook that. But again, not a big deal. I want to emphasize on how good of a condition this guitar is, just because I couldn't believe how good of condition this guitar is. Since this guitar is from 2007, basically you always see these guitars on the used market with major cracks, major scrapes, scratches and all that. And this guitar in particular at most only has like a little bit of yellowing on the frets, which can easily be polished off. The inlays are made out of plastic. For what it's worth, Dean chose the shiniest piece of plastic, which makes this guitar look really good. Unfortunately, these guitars are discontinued, and it doesn't look like they're going to get reissued anytime soon because there's a legal battle going on between the Dimebag estate and Dean Guitars for the shapes and the designs of any of the guitars that are basically associated with Dimebag. And that is very unfortunate because these are really good guitars. But yeah, anyway, enough of me talking. Let's get right into the playing. Okay guys, so the first thing I noticed about this guitar when I played it for the first time is that the neck is heavier than the body, which creates a neck dive. It's not a big deal if you have a stable strap, but it is worth noting, and it feels pretty weird when you hold it like I am right now. Besides that, again, the neck does feel a little sticky, which is why I kind of played a little worse than I did when I was playing the same riffs as with the VX from last week's video. But yeah, overall I wouldn't keep this guitar though, for two reasons. One, because it's got 22 frets, and honestly I just like my two full octaves on each string. And secondary, because I'm making a pretty decent profit on this guitar, which is something I actually need right now because of college and all that. So final thoughts on this guitar. In terms of sound, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It sounds really good, as it should, because the bridge pickup is a dimebucker, the neck pickup is a dime time pickup, and honestly, very, very good sounding. I'm not gonna say I'm impressed because I was expecting it, but it sounds great. In terms of construction, I would give it a 9 out of 10. This guitar is meant to last you a long time if you take care of it. The fact that I have it here in this good of condition, and this guitar was made in 2007, just goes to prove that. In terms of aesthetics, I would give this guitar a 9.5 out of 10. Honestly, one of the best looking guitars that I've had. Super photogenic, and I don't know if you guys saw from the multiple angle view. It just I can't I can't properly explain how good this guitar looks in person. I don't think the video does it justice, to be honest. In terms of feel, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Again, the only thing that holds it back is that the back of the neck is finished, and also that the neck dive basically. But besides that, it's comfortable. I mean, 8.5 out of 10 isn't necessarily bad. This guitar did come with a hardshell case, which is a little beat up, but that's to be expected. I mean, you expect the case to get a little beat up over time, but that's to protect the guitar. Somebody on Instagram had asked me about the case. They asked me basically if it would fit like any other, like a Rhodes shaped guitar or something like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't. The guitar sticks out, as you guys will see here in a minute, and it makes it impossible to close the case without, crushing one of the horns of the guitar. So as of this video coming out, I already sold the guitar, the Razorback, and it's a little unfortunate or bittersweet for me because I was hoping to spend a little more time with this guitar, maybe redo the playing demo from earlier in better quality. I was hoping to do a few Pantera covers. All this footage you guys see is basically from the first day that I got this guitar, and I listed this guitar online and sold it within a few days, which again, it's a little bittersweet for me because I was hoping to have this guitar for a little longer, but I can't bitch about it too much because I got what I wanted when I sold this guitar.